awesome. Not so awesome. Did he make it?
Traffic, Tom CAS 006, clear back.
So this is one of my favorite missions.
A mixed company of T-55 tanks and BMP-1 IFVs are moving from west to east along the road through Trailer Pass.
Don't
The
give you
company
enough
has a
time to
CSU-23-4 and an SA-9 attached. The company is marked with red
set
smoke.
up.
Destroy the company before it can exit the pass.
Oh, come on, man. There we go, rifle. Rifle. So we're just trying to get rid of the air defenses first, the ones that are of the highest threat, and then we'll just waste a couple of these. Rifle. So I've taken a bit of time off of work just because I'm having a hard time relaxing. Oh, look at that. See, that's what happens when you are too close for a MAV. I was going to do a video about VOR and NDBs and that kind of stuff because I thought it was interesting. It's been a while since I've done an instructional video. A lot of them are hit and miss. There's a lot of good videos out these days about the technical stuff, and you know, I'm just the average guy. I don't really have enough time to sit down. I like to play this when I've got a few hours. You know, it's not one of those things that I can just hop on and have a play. I like to, you know, start up the engines, take off, do a mission, do that kind of thing. And I also don't really have time to build missions as well. So it's a weird relationship I have with DCS, and I love this game so much. I'm a huge fanboy of it, I have to admit. So at the moment, I think the height of function for my CBU 97s is somewhere around flight level 8. And I want to do more instructional videos, to be honest, but I don't know whether there's anything that I can give you that anyone else can't give you that's better than... Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? I'm just going to release here.
Pull up, pull up.
And hopefully, with any luck, we'll hit it. So I like using the CBU 97s in this mission. Like I said, this is one of my favourite missions. They don't give you much time to set up. It's really, you know, get into it, get it done.
Engage targets of opportunity.
As quickly as possible, and you've got to get them before they hit the pass.
Copy. Engaging target.
So I'm just trying to see my there it is, the CBU 97's released. It's somewhere close to them. Alright, we've got two down. That's not bad. Alright, maybe 3 down. I'm quite happy with that. That's probably one of the best CBU releases I've done with the CCIP. Because usually I'll release it as CCRP. CCRP, obviously with a moving target, you're going to have some issues because you need to judge where they're going to be by the time the skeets are released and things start happening. So hopefully I can do a decent drop with CCIP again. This time I reckon we'll go a bit further because there's a column that's going through there at the moment. Oh, airspeed's we're at stall speed.
Lead tank platoon destroyed.
Man, that is one. I'm so happy with that release. That's ridiculous. That was very well done. Alright, let's see if we can still kind of stay at a really slow speed and actually get the release. 10. No, I'm just going to drop it here, because otherwise by the time we get to flight level 8 the fuse will come up invalid. Alright, do we get the little smoke for the... Did it go off? It better go off soon, because those two tanks are right there. And we better be on par. So, I wanted to, there we go, okay. Okay? No, oh, one. We got one. Alright, let's move on to the Mark 82 airs, and let's be completely hopeless with these as well. Inbound hot.
Pull up, pull up.
I'm getting
Altitude,
absolutely
altitude.
hammered. You better hit him, because I doubt I'm gonna... Oh, just missed.
Running in. Missile away.
Hit him with the Mavs, dude. Hit him with the Mavs.
Missile away.
So, I'm trying to concentrate on talking and doing this at the same time. There was a the NDBs and stuff that are around the world that are sadly getting shut down because everyone's moving to GPS. One of the reasons why I like the A10 so much is
Tank platoon destroyed.
because of the fact that navigation on this
Platoon destroyed.
is fun. I love the
Mission
ground
complete.
navigation.
You can
Oh,
RTB.
we got them. Alright, I can RTB, but I want to see where those MI8s are. So that was a pretty fair effort. I like that. So the DMEs... Oh, DMEs. The NDBs are getting... Alright, let's see the difference between caged and uncaged. Oh no, that was recaged. Oops.
Altitude, altitude.
So they're getting shut down. Okay, that's one down. Guns.
Pull up, pull up.
Alright, I got a tail here.
Pull up, pull up.
We're looking at the ground, not the actual bore sight. So we'll come in and try and hit him with the bore sight. Why is my aims not working? Let's recage that. Can we recage that? Okay, something's not working here. I don't know what it is. Alright, so we'll try and have a go at this helicopter with the bore sight. So they're getting shut down. They're too expensive to run. Everyone's moving to GPS, but a lot of the old aircraft, I suppose, will still use, like the military ones, will still use TACAN. I've got a feeling. Not that we will ever get the joy to use that as civvies. And TACVOR, I think, still running. Yeah, so
Altitude, altitude.
what I thought was cool was the fact that there's people out there.
Pull up, pull up.
Foresight. Oh god. Oh yeah, I should also take into account the
Pull up, pull up.
Oh jeez.
Pull up.
God, target fixation. So they're getting shut down because people are moving to GPS, but there's people out there like the ham radio users. Oh yeah. What was that? Oh, that was my mate. He's unhappy. You killed my... Anyway. Let's... Yeah, this might be easy to hear. No, it won't. That's even worse. There we go. Look at that. Ah, even better. So they're getting shut down because everyone's moving to GPS, but there's a whole group of people out there that will listen in to distant NDBs, like the radio people that are, you know, radiophiles, whatever you want to call them, and they'll listen in and they'll hear the signals, like the Morse code signals for the NDBs, and they'll send off a little letter and say, hey, can you verify that we've heard you? You know, 2 dots, long dot, little dot, blah, 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 you know, give out the Morse code for it. And then they'll get a little receipt back saying, yeah, that's cool. So, I don't know, and I watched some videos on that. I watched people, you know, decoding satellite data with an antenna that they've... It was really cool because I just kind of went through, you know, how frequency works and how the length of the antenna matters on the frequencies and amplitudes and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was really cool. So I found it a bit sad that the NDBs are getting shut down, and I wanted to do a little bit of a video on the introduction to VOR and that kind of stuff. But as for instructional videos, I'm only a beginner. I'm trying to encourage people to get into this game and enjoy it as much as I did, because I didn't have this when I was a young'un. If I did, I probably would have stuck with the idea of being a pilot, because like I said so many times, family was right into it, and I missed the opportunity. So yeah, this, oh man, I love DCS, and I can't wait for the Viper that's coming out. But like I said, I really only I want to sit down if I've got 3 hours to do it, and the A10 is the only one that over all these years I've had enough time to put in here and there to kind of learn the systems enough to say that I'm not proficient, but I'm a little bit over average. And one of the reasons why I like the A10 as well is because of the whole navigation thing. Navigation is one of the most fun things that I enjoy about flying, and as crappy as I am at dogfighting, I really enjoy it, and I love, obviously, the love of jets is one of the parts that goes with this, but the ground attack, because that has to do with so much navigation, and even just using the waypoints, that's not too bad, but that's something I really enjoy. I find it one of the most fun parts of aviation, is finding your way around, you know, finding your own, what do you call them? Jeez, can't even remember the word. Something that you look at and you go, oh yeah, I know where that is, or you know, picking a bridge or something like that and going, okay, now I need to turn, you know, 180 or, you know, 250 or something like that, and off you go. In the A10 it's quite fun. Obviously you got the backup because you can use the waypoints, built-in waypoints when you need them. But yeah, if that system gets damaged, you still need to know how to get home. And the guys back in the day used to use non-directional beacons. Non-directional beacons really only work when you're, or ADF, I think, automatic direction finder, I think that's what that's short for. You know, you've got a couple of antennas on the bottom. I'm not sure where the antennas are, because we're looking at an A10 now, but there's a couple of antennas on there, possibly 3. And because of the distance between the 2 antennas on the bottom of the A10, it can actually find the direction of a particular beacon, and that's the same for most aircraft that have that functionality built in. The problem with that is it only works when you're flying level. In a bank turn, the readings are inaccurate. That works for any aircraft because the antenna are not aligned properly. And one of them might not be getting a signal, kind of the same way where if you bank too far left or bank too far right and you get gimbal limits, or you know, weird things happen with your TGP because things aren't aligned, they're not straight, it can't tell the difference correctly. TACAN's different. It can work like an NDB due to the fact that you can switch off the transmit. The transmit is what sends the radio signal from your aircraft to the TACAN installation, and then it gives you a return on the distance. When you're only getting a signal one way, you can't determine when the signal was sent. So basically, a TACAN beacon is the same as a NDB or an ADF if you switch off the transmit portion of the functionality. So the transmit receive is crucial for TACAN working. VOR works the same as an NDB, and that gives you a direction, but it also has like an oscillation on it, which can give you bearings. So you can actually ride a spoke in, so it'll hop up in a, I can't remember what the VOR instrument's called, I think it's just VOR or something like that, and it'll show you where the spokes are, and it's quite an interesting little mechanical machine, the mechanical ones, because you'll actually see a line, and it can tell when you're well, you have to do the basic calculation, but it can tell when you're actually on the leaving end of the spectrum or the going to end of the spectrum, just from a little flag that pops up, and it's quite an interesting little machine. And you can basically use it as highways in the air, which is pretty cool. So you can follow one on the way in. I wonder if this guy's going home. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you want me to try out, let me know, because I don't really have, you know, a lot of my instructional videos, like I said, they're either hit or miss, because I don't know what it is that, like, all of this stuff interests me, and it's only entry-level basic stuff that I talk about. And if you want in-depth tutorials, there's plenty of guys out there. I mean, I don't think Ralphie Dude does any tutorials. He's just great to watch, but you know, Growling Sidewinder, the Reapers, like, there's a whole bunch of them, and I love the DCS community. They're all fantastic, and we all obviously share the same passion. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully.